Hello, everybody. This is Sora Donald Goofy 99 yet again. Okay. A little bit more confident going into this, but okay. And I finally found a tier list that actually has every character in it. The first one I tried looked good, but was missing somebody. And Chris and Chef weren't like mandatory for this, so, or at least mandatory for what I wanted to rate. So I just wanted to be able to rate every contestant in terms of what I liked and thought was cool, and I should have set the list up, but that's okay. I'll just hey, all right, put that back up. Make it this. C is supposed to be green. Um, D is bright blue, so we're almost there. E is supposed to be darker blue, and okay, row below, please. F is purple because it is. There's really no other explanation. And yeah, I probably should have like Chris and Chef and other people here, but at the very least, I was just looking for one that had all the competitors in it. And I look, the first one I tried was missing somebody, and when I was talking about them in relation to someone else, I was like, oh wait, they're not here. Um, okay, moving on. Had to end that recording pretty quick. Um, no, enough about the behind the scenes. All right, Owen, my man. Owen was always a joy to have on screen. Excuse me. There really is not a better explanation for that. And I'm going to try to get rid of all these ads as they pop up if I can, so I apologize right now. If that gets in the way of some people's viewing pleasure, yoink. I'm not sponsored by anything down there. Um, it really wasn't much else to say about Owen. There really wasn't anything that I ever hated or disliked about him. Okay, his one bit in action where he had to be a mole was really weird, but I didn't hate him coming back, really. I just didn't think he'd win action at all, because he already won Island. As for Gwen, I would have normally rated her up here before, but if I'm taking their whole package into account, like everything they've been in leading up to their last appearance, I think Gwen rounds up B. Yeah, she didn't have the best character arc. The love triangle thing was not my favorite. It didn't really detract from World Tour for me, like, much, but there she is. Overall, I really enjoyed Gwen. There really isn't much else to say. I wish she actually stayed with Trent, though. It's not like a strong wish I had. I just would have preferred that Trent not go crazy. But I do have to take that into account in his character rankings, so yeah. Heather, okay, when I first watched the show, I hated her with all of my being and wanted her to be buried into the pits of hell. But if I'm talking completely unbiased and the fact that I can't ignore my early teen bias when it comes to this show, it balances out to C. I understand how important she is, but my conscience will not put her any higher than C. I can't. I just can't. I honestly tried to ignore it. I cannot, and I apologize. Duncan, mm, I mean, okay, All Stars majorly ruined him, but I can somehow ignore that. Like, Duncan should not care how people perceive him. He really didn't before, and then all of a sudden, when his bad boy status is put into question, he turns into this really weird kind of guy. Duncan, bro, what's happened to you? You know? I'll figure out when to restart the computer later. Start bar. Anyway, yeah, Duncan is probably my all-time favorite character. Yeah, sometimes he's a bit jerkish. He did make a few, shady moves and all that. I'd rather people just win the competitions, but it is called drama for a reason. It's all about the personal interactions and all that, and the shipping. I never like super strongly felt about any pairing in the show, but whatever I liked, I liked. Lashana, whoops. I was trying to decide whether or not I would put her above Gwen or not. Uh, I guess we'll put her a tad bit above Gwen. Lashana was always a joy to watch and to just listen to. She was great. And like Owen, she was friends with just about everybody. It's just well, she also had a crazy temper, and I love how she beat the fuck out of Heather on screen. Actually, because of that, but she's not one of my absolute favorite characters. But she is cool. Jeff the party bro. Um, let's see. How do I feel about you actually? Because I did like you a lot early on. It's just I don't know your importance in the show. Yeah, K Jewelers. I understand. I'm not sponsored by K. Anywho, I guess I'll put you just a little bit below Lashana. Just the party bro that I just like, and I love his hat. Some people complain about his voice. Never really bugged me at all. Is he's a complete freak, and I like her a lot more than Gwen. B tier. She used to be my absolute favorite. I really don't know what lowered her. I don't know. Maybe it was because Duncan and Owen and a bunch of other people have made more of an impression after a while when I thought about how much I liked the show. But there you go. DJ. Oh my man, you did not deserve the animal curse in World Tour at all. And you didn't deserve the whole illegal alliance with Chef kicking you out, and my man has just not done like all the justice. He became kind of a punching bag, and I always take pity on him for it, but I love him at the same time. He is a top five for me out of everybody in the show. DJ is really good. Lindsay, oh my god. Yeah. For some reason, okay, it's really weird. It's a really weird case with Lindsay for me. It's like I love her. She's cute. She has her moments. I love that she cursed the fuck out of Heather, which is part of the reason she's an S tier for sure. And yet I hate the dumb blonde stereotype, but I don't know what it is with Lindsay. She she kick she like pushes all the right buttons in more ways than one. And she made a lasting good impression. She was cool. She was cute. She was cool. She had a commanding presence in action that I actually really liked, and I wish they kept her longer. And then she voted herself out. That is not how I would have written that, even though it probably would have meant kicking Duncan out of the show. But drop one favorite, but still keep the other. I mean, I would have taken either way at that point. I think these three are like my gold, silver, and bronze out of the entire series, even going into the later series. Okay, Bridget. I do like Jeff more than Bridget, and I liked her a lot more as a kid or a teenager when I first watched this show. But I gotta drop her in B. B for Bridget. Yeah, and yeah, she's not as good in challenges as the show would kind of lead you to believe, but she's a really cool. She's a really cool person. And Jeff and Bridget constantly making out early on into their relationship was pretty annoying. Like, I don't have an issue with cartoon characters kissing on screen or anything like that. I just don't think they should have had Bridget do that. That was Something that probably ruined her chances. That ruined her chances in action. Her kissing a pole ruined her chances early on in World Tour. I mean, she got a semi decent outing in Island. And I totally forgot about Redonkulous Race with Jeff. Oh, yeah. That actually pumped him up quite a bit for me. I loved him in Redonkulous Race, so we'll put him above Lashana now that I think about it a little more. Because of that, I'm taking every single outing that they had into account, alright? Trent, oof. Okay. The way that they just ruined him in action was not cool. He did not deserve it. And that lowered him to C tier for me because I liked him quite a bit in Island. He was just a bro, a guitar playing bro that loved his goth chick girlfriend. That was all I needed him to be. He didn't need to be anything super special. I mean, I'm sure the guitar thing did attract Gwen and all that, but then he became all OCD about nine, and the number nine, and okay, writers, that's a really lame excuse. Just saying. I doubt that the total drama writers will ever see this, but if they do, by some miracle, what the hell are you thinking? The most OCD I ever get is making sure my door is locked when I leave my house. That's it. And sometimes I'm a little bit over OCD about it, you know? Uh, okay, Eva. I I've always wanted to see more from her, but she is entertaining for me, so we'll put her in C. I don't mind characters having like angry outbursts, really, but Eva just deserves a more. I always wanted her to have more of a showing. Just a little bit more in one more season. Just something, okay? That's all I would have wanted for her. Oh, Harold. Harold, easy A tier. I associated him with a lot. I associated with him a lot in school. I always wanted to be as zany and crazy as him. You know? And okay, yeah, the fact that him and Lashana are close but don't really exactly have a relationship is actually alright. He didn't need to be he didn't need to really be in a relationship to like prosper at all. He did very well on Island until he saw Heather's breasts out in the open. Everyone immediately thought it was Lashana who showed him though, and can we see it? Owen, you fucking perv. Ugh. The Herald is just this ball of entertainment. This ball of nerdy entertainment energy, and I love him for it. Let's see. Courtney. I don't hate the All Stars treatment for her as much as some people did. The fact that she ruined her chances with Scott and Gwen at the same time, thanks to Mal, I guess at that point, was pretty crazy. I did not like how she came back in action at all, and she was annoying pretty much in all of action. World Tour, I get it, okay? But you did dump him over custody over a raccoon. That is some crazy stuff, girl. Oh god, I don't even know where to begin with you. I'm trying to figure out how to balance this out because so much happens with Courtney, and she is not one of my favorites. I'll, uh, let me get that out there right now. Courtney is not one of my all-time favorites in the slightest. I don't understand why people like her. Although I did not mind the Dunkney pairing at all either, because Duncan made her far more tolerable. Them being them kind of squaring off in action sometimes is kind of fun. Except for the part where Courtney whined about not getting a prize during the train murder mystery challenge in action. I'm like, Courtney, shut up. I was with Chris at that point. If I was Chris, I would have said, honestly, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, here, snacks, shut up. Thank God. There's a lot of things I would have done if I were Courtney, or if I had to deal with Courtney. She also never really entertained me that much either. Some people would say hot take. I just say this is my take. I don't care if it's hot. Although Courtney might be on the higher end of D because I do like things about her. It's like Courtney's a very, very mixed bag for me, but it's generally more in the dislike area. Sadie didn't really entertain me at all. Didn't like her E tier, but I also don't despise her. So Beth, I also got to put in C, but I like Eva more than Beth. I think so. She's there. Don't be surprised if Heather stays at the top of C tier. I just how much I hate her and how much I acknowledge she's important to the story and all that. Oh, just super clashes. Cody, also a strangely really popular guy, and is a creeper, and carries Gwen's bra around with him everywhere. That no, no he's not D tier though. Although I do find him more entertaining than Beth. He was a lot of what made World Tour kind of cool, even though he got away with not singing constantly. How did the writers just not have Cody on the scenes where he doesn't sing? That yeah, no, sorry, but god dang, I just don't like him as much as SA or B tier. But yeah, he's enjoyable. Tyler though, slapstick incarnate, man. Actually, yeah, put Tyler above Bridget. Actually, Tyler is way more fun than Bridget ever was, and it just World Tour alone. He didn't have a lot to do in Island. Man, his fear of chickens kind of lowers him in terms of likability for me, but he did get in the chicken pen. Actually, yeah, screw you, Courtney. You should have left on the phobia factor challenge. At least I would have voted for you then. If I were on the Killer Bass, I would have kept Tyler around. Guy did not deserve that. Katie, I like her more than Sadie. That's really all that comes down to. Justin, let's see. Oh no, you're not. Uh, um, yeah, that feels right. I don't know how right, but that feels right. Harold is best drama brother. Straight up. Harold is the best drama brother. I'm supposed to be talking about Justin, but I can't really think of anything that really justifies this. He's a pretty boy. Pretty funny pretty boy sometimes, especially when he gets hit in the face. Because that hurts him more than it hurts everyone else. Because then he gets black eyes and that ruins his image. You know? I just found that way more fun whenever Justin got hurt. And yeah, but he relied way too much on his looks. The guy did not have a brain. At all. Noah, my man. Redonkulous Race and World Tour helped you out a lot. Actually, yeah. I mean, I don't like how your crush on Emma kind of ruined your performance, but hey, you had some of the best one-liners in the entire show. Come die with us. I got your ginormous sized back, big boy. And let's see, what was another one? Eee, you peaked. It's all downhill from here, or something of that nature. He makes being a pessimist sound so funny. I don't know if his general how should I put this? I don't know how he makes being a pessimist sound funny, but he just does. Noah is like the only time I ever hated him was Dodge Brawl. And considering how little of an implication that has in the entire storyline, I think A is pretty justifiable. Ezekiel, I do have to count Feral Zeke. His determination to win the Million World Tour was, whoo boy. It even made him turn into Gollum, which I wish they didn't do. He deserves better. He did all of that did not happen just because he thought guys are better than girls, right? Can we at least agree on that? Can we at least agree that Ezekiel did not deserve to be made into Gollum? I'm just sitting him for him there so I can think. All right. Yeah, I think I still like him more than the twins. Yeah, I just wish there was more with this Ezekiel. Just this version of him. Was he annoying? Yes. Oh, I'm not going to loser class today. Woohoo! Chris shoves him out of the plane, and he somehow manages to follow them to Egypt. And this guy is a mosquito. Actually, no, he doesn't deserve E tier. His determination is like buffing him up. Okay, yes, I do like Ezekiel more than Courtney. There, I said it. Alejandro is my favorite villain in all of Total Drama. And also easily maybe my fifth favorite character in the entire show. He is so charismatic. People actually think he's nice before he's evil. That's how you be a villain, Heather. Take lessons. Hell, I don't think you're even my second favorite villain. Come to think of it, fuck you, Alejandro. Though, ooh, buddy, ooh. I'm totally straight, by the way, but Alejandro's so cool. He actually would have manipulated me quite a bit. I mean, assuming I knew nothing about the guy going into total trauma, he actually probably would have got me. Like, no trouble. All right, Sierra. I liked her a lot more when I was younger. Now I just find her really creepy and kind of disturbing. But I also don't despise her or dislike her at all. She's entertaining, and it's a cartoon. It has no bearing in reality whatsoever, really. So we'll just put her in C. Actually, no, she is funnier than Beth. Beth doesn't really have a ton of funny, does she? I mean, yeah, I don't hate Beth. And Blanley, how did she get that gig hosting the aftermath with Jeff anyway? Let's see. She hosted Celebrity Manhunt with Josh, who's not on here. I didn't need Josh to be on here. She was okay. I find Justin a lot more entertaining though. And she tried to go the illegal alliance with Chef Root like DJ did. Got her got her butt booted out with Courtney in the Chinese episode. Yeah, overall she's okay. I really don't have an issue with her at all. Like I don't hate her. I don't think she should have been on the show to begin with. I should have sent Beth into the show. She had more of a right to the money than Blaney, in my opinion. But if Blaney wasn't the one who said the answer, Beth might have actually had a chance to make it back. I mean, hey, any opportunity to make a character more fun or just give them more time to shine and make them do something cool, I'm for. But hey, that's what you do. I guess the show writers just didn't want to have Beth in the show and just make Blanley appear for whatever reason, so she's here. Could have been worse. Could have been better. And that's the entire Gen 1 cast. Gotta say, I never thought of Courtney as in my worst or bottom five, but I guess she is. And I don't even hate her. I'm just not that entertained by her. I don't know. She is just not my cup of tea. Period. I guess. Sorry about that, guys. I just can't justify giving Courtney any higher than a D. Okay, Revenge of the Island cast now, I guess. Well, okay, I know the Redonkulous race characters are after the reboot cast in this list, but I'm gonna at least do it in airing order, I guess. All right, Cameron. I liked you a bit. Do I like Cameron more than Heather though? That's Yeah, I do, and it's pretty much just for his Iron Man suit alone. I mean, yeah, he's smart. He lives in a bubble, which he is like in and out of constantly throughout the show. And I don't think he won in the airing in the U.S. I think that was Lightning that won. But I don't. But I think his position wasn't undeserved. He definitely was always trying his best. Real underdog who actually won, and that's actually really cool. He's not my favorite member of the Revenge cast, but I do like him. He's awesome. He's nice. Lightning, okay, all of the Shabam, Shawow, I'm not really, Shazam, I'm not really a fan of, but I'm also okay with him for the most part. Although he does look better with white hair. I will say that. Mm, yeah, we'll put Lightning over Trent. I don't care if it's blasphemy. Not my favorite type of character. I mean, I like Tyler more than the guy, even though they share the same general character premise. It's just, Lightning is Tyler if he was actually good, essentially, is just. And he has more of a cutthroat attitude. Oh, he definitely has more of a cutthroat attitude. His dad was in, like, the Canadian NBA or something like that, right? Guy's great. Although Heather does have a lot more impact than Lightning does in the overall show, so there's that. Alright, Zoe. Eh, I really love her style. I really love her design. Now she is a show writer's pet. She was the main character. I don't know. Show writer's pet is even thingy, and she is the hero a lot of the time. Do I like Bridget or Zoe more? I guess I do like Zoe more. Her character design and colors are why I like her more than her personality, though. Yeah, I absolutely love Zoe's design. That's really all that one comes down to. And she's like the main character of All Stars, pretty much. I mean, I assume she'd make it far. I One of the potential winners of All Stars. I Yes, I agree. All Stars is bad, but I don't despise it as much as some people do. It is like I don't think I've seen much worse than All Stars, but I mean, I definitely agree with you guys. All Stars is not good, but apparently I can sit, watch it, and not be offended. So Yes, what they did to Gwen, Duncan, and Courtney was bad. I agree. Although I also like Gwen's design a lot too. Uh, and Lindsay's design. Oh, Jesus. Maybe that's why I have Lindsay so high. She's just one of my favorite designs in general. Oh well. Scott. Okay. Yeah, I do like him more than Ezekiel. He's just a lot more fun. And I do like him a lot more than Courtney. At Revenge of the Island, he was like the quote unquote main villain. Now he pretty much is the main villain. He's cool. He's great. He's awesome. No, I wouldn't say awesome. But he also entertained me quite a bit, even though I'm not that big a fan of him. So, or his character and everything he's done in the show, I am not a fan. But his personality and how funny he is to watch, like, okay, All Star Scott is a lot more fun than Revenge of the Island Scott. I don't think anyone will debate that. Guy's fun. Guy's cool. I like him. Like, I generally like him, and I still think he's D. Like, my mind was just like, yeah, D, that fits. Now, Joe. Eva 2.0. And I like her more than Heather. Straight up. She's a lot more fun to watch. Her rivalry with Brick was maybe not the most well written part, but god dang. Joe helped Revenge of the Island, and I wish they kept her for longer in All Stars. I loved her banter with Heather. I mean, I get booting Lindsay out first compared to like a bunch of the other characters. She is not really cutthroat and strategic. But she's not so stupid she doesn't know what the word push means. Come on. Like, I don't hate that they booted her out first. It's just I hate their reasoning. Joe, I actually, you know what? No, we're buffing Joe. You know what? Yeah, I do like Joe more than Cameron. Hell yeah. Okay, that makes way more sense to me. You know, last time I tried to do this, I'm sure the positions changed a little bit, but you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Joe B tier. She's incredible. She put a bunch of the entertainment in the Revenge of the Island for sure. She actually was like she didn't even totally hate Cameron for like making her lose either. So yeah, she's super competitive, but she's also a decent sport about things generally ish. All right, now Mike, like the other main character, technically, Zoe and Mike are just like main. They are written to be main characters, and if I'm like rating him, I feel like I should rate him in combination with his other alters. Chester, Svetlana, Vito, Manitoba Smith, and Mal all together, even if they're gone now, which I don't think that's how TID works at all. I don't like that. I'm sure other people with DID don't like that either. I mean, if I'm rating them all as a collective character, at least that's how I would rate them. Well, I do like Zoe more than Mike. We might end up putting a few people in between. Maybe at least one more person in between them. Well, Mike is much more interesting than Bridget, and I also do like him. He's a he's cool. There's a lot of story potential you could have with him. Heck, there's a lot more potential if you let him keep his alters. I feel like once you get an alter in your head, they stay there until you die. I doubt I have anyone with DID watching me, but I would guess, not that I've done any research on this, but I would guess that every alter would die along with the body once it gives out. I do not know how all of that works, but we'll put all the speculation for off screen. I should I should probably research that. All right, Anne Maria. A lot of people like her. I don't. She didn't entertain me that much. I wouldn't say she's D, but I do enjoy her a bit. She's probably way better than Snooky. No, we'll put her above Cody. Cody isn't someone I feel strongly on. She isn't either, but yeah, she's cool. You know, she's fine. She's cool. I prefer Eva more. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Oh, Brick though. Oh, Brick. Brick is awesome. How awesome though? Why does he look so? No, he looks confident, not angry. I mean, Brick kind of gets himself hurt a lot, like Tyler does. But I also really do like him. You know, the more I think about it, yeah, we can leave Gwen over Brick. That's fine. Brick is sweet. I have no issue with the guy. He was fun to watch. Always a joy for the show. Ooh, excuse me. Guy's neat. Brick is definitely B tier. Yeah, that feels right. Oh, but no one in Revenge has made it to A yet. Do I even have an A for? I don't think Brick is A tier, but he was always someone I enjoyed. He actually helped both teams because yeah, he was one of the characters who switched teams mid-show. Duncan and Courtney definitely did. Brick did for sure. Oh, Brick and Joe switched teams because of Sky constantly getting his own team on the chopping block, which really did not make a lot of sense. Here I am going into tangents, but yeah, Brick is really good. I don't know what else to say, but I feel like I couldn't think of anything else to say, and I'm like, well, why do I feel like I need to say something else? We'll just move on to Sam. Like Harold, I feel like I associate with Sam a lot. But I also feel like I don't like him as much as Harold. He's actually Seth Rogen. I feel like Harold and Sam would be the people I'd be the closest to in terms of character portrayal if I were on the show. Yep. I just associated with Sam a lot. I do play a lot of games. That much is obvious. But I mean, I'm not a big pro like Sam is, but I could definitely see myself shorting out his house event, shorting out his house electricity. That audition tape was pretty funny. I am not gonna lie about that. Sam is a bro. I've always liked the guy. I wanted him to make it farther than he did in both Revenge and All Stars, and the writers really liked him. I love Sam. He is so cool. Dawn, I don't love her as much as some people. Some people do, but yeah, she's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know, the whole environmentalist thing, I don't get. I don't know how she has the aura reading ability. I know my girl would appreciate Dawn more than me. And she definitely gave off the Luna Lovegood vibe from Harry Potter. That was for sure. I did like that about her, though. I think I'm allowed to enjoy it. It's just something that someone made. It doesn't necessarily replicate her views. Since we're getting into that topic. Anyway, to slide that topic under the rug, Dawn's great. She was one of the people I was rooting for. I thought she was really nice and deserved a shot at the million. But she also didn't do very much, so yeah, see. All right. Now actually, yeah, B is probably my favorite revenge character. Yeah, B is probably my favorite Revenge of the Island character. And I loved the Jay and Silent Bob flicks, so the fact that he was like a reference to it, at least design wise, from Silent Bob's perspective. I mean, Jay would always talk. Silent Bob maybe talked just a few times. I haven't seen all that, but that is something I do love from what I have seen. And B's just B should not have been kicked out the way he did. He deserved to go way farther in the show than he did. Screw Scott for that, by the way. Maybe that's why he's in. You know what? That D feels a lot more justified now. Screw you, Scott. Actually, no, I don't. Then I remember how funny he was, and I'm like, I don't want to. Okay, fine. Yeah. B is my favorite character in the Revenge cast. He ironically spoke to me. You know, okay, I do like Dakota, and I'm actually cool with the Dakota Zoid mutation. Uh, yeah, Dakota Zoid, and her relationship with Sam was actually one of the better parts of that. One of the better parts of Revenge. Hell, Sam actually loved her more after she mutated. God, I would have said the same freaking thing if that happened. Honestly, honestly, yeah, honestly, if that had happened to my girl and she became a giant radioactive monster and she didn't try to kill me afterwards, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, now we're talking. But I love people with superpowers. It's awesome. She just turns into a giant orange monster with green hair, but I still like it. It's perfect. Although her build up leading up to that point wasn't that great, and I don't disagree with when she got kicked out of the show, but yeah, it would have been kind of unfair to have the finalist be her and someone who wasn't mutated as well. And I doubt Cameron's Iron Man suit would have done much, except, magnetize all the metal to her. But, oh god, what if Dakota made it to the final two with, like, Cameron and he had to make the Iron Man suit? Now, that would have been a sick finale right there. Even at least more of a spectacle than lightning. Yeah, more of a spectacle. I don't disagree with voting Dakota out because she turned into a giant mutant monster. That would have been quite the ordeal for pretty much everyone else. But okay, Stacy sucks. I think we can all agree with that. She was made to be the first boot, but I can live with that. Okay, I just no, just stay gone, Stacy. In fact, stay bald. Don't grow your hair back. And okay, now we should be talking about the Pacateo cast. I don't think anyone in here goes up into the higher tiers except actually Sean. Sean was the reason I watched Pacateo Island. He was the most entertaining to me out of all those, out of that band of freaks. Most of them were freaks. And Sean was like, okay, I know he had the zombie thing, but I didn't care. He was sweet. He was sweet. I actually wanted to see him. He was fun. And the fact that he won, I was rooting for the guy the whole season. This guy was the only reason I even enjoyed Pacateo Island in the slightest, so that's why he's S tier. In the grand scheme of things, he probably should be lower, but The fact that he made a pretty mediocre show watchable, yeah, I think that's enough to go into S tier. Sky. Don't know why people say Diet Zoe. Yeah, yeah, but I also am okay with her. I didn't really have a major issue with her. The Sky Dave storyline was, oh, it got very weird by the end, and I was not rooting for those two to get together at all. Dave was such a weirdo by the end. Like, dude, you are not picking up what she's putting down. You are not listening to her. You are so into just trying to date her. And I don't know what was attracted. Sky was at least okay with it, but Dave did not give her the chance to dump her actual boyfriend. Dave just wanted to, beat the crap out of her with the island's environment, essentially. Like, dude, I know Chris likes the drama, but I don't think it was so bad. You had to like try to get Sky murdered. Like, dude, I know that's more into Dave than Sky, but honestly, Sky was fine. I didn't really have an issue with her. She was, I wouldn't say she was entertaining, but I think that would mean D tier, but she doesn't feel like D tier material. Okay, do I like her more than Heather? Yeah, I do. Actually, if that's the case, I'll promote Dawn to like there. I do like her more than Heather now that I think about it. Okay, yeah, we'll leave Sky there because I do like her more than Heather. She's real athletic, competitive. She's I don't mind the feats of athleticism. I actually kind of like those, but yeah, I do not hate Sky at all. She's okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to drop you there. I meant to drop you in the C tier above Heather. Okay, we good? Okay, is my brain content? Yes, my brain is content. Sugar, I did not find her very entertaining at all, but I also did not absolutely despise her. I just found her incredibly annoying. Occasionally funny, but more annoying than funny, so I'm putting you below the twins. Never saw Honey Boo Boo, never cared about Honey Boo Boo. That's where you're gonna stay. Now Jasmine is sick. I actually feel like I've lightened up to Jasmine a bit more as the years pass. We'll put her above Lashana. Unnecessary relationship drama with Sean, though. In the grand scheme of things, not really a detractor, but yeah, Jasmine's sick. I actually like how tall she is. I wouldn't say. In fact, I was cool with them getting together. I actually liked her idea for the money if she won. Fucking kickboxing florist school. I mean, I'd probably only go to the kickboxing side if I were to sign up, but you know what? Creative idea. And Jasmine's head was, a fair bit in the game. Sean's perception or what am I trying to say? Her perception of Sean beating her up when she was throwing that part of the challenge on purpose for him. Right? Jasmine was just a lot of the reason her team actually had a chance. You know, I don't know what else I have to say. And her accent is probably fake, but I did like her. She was cool. Max, well, Jean wasn't the only character I liked. I mean, obviously. No, he's a bit too um evil. He just entertained me so much, and I could kind of see why. Well, at least the alternate universe preschool spinoff said Max was Owen's cousin. Don't know if it's true in the main universe, but I'm willing to accept any relations between competitors. Maybe. Actually, no, Brick and Tyler were more entertaining than him realistically, but I could not get enough of this guy. He was. I was happy he stayed as long as he did. Honestly, I'm not even mad. The evil. Oh my god. Every time I look back on this guy, I cannot help but snicker. Even after Pacateus ended, I'm just like, oh yeah, this guy was a highlight. Some people may feel otherwise. I do not care. This is my tier list. Guy was just funny. All right. Yes, he's a failure at being evil. Sure. But he reminds me a lot of Jack Spicer in that way. And I love Jack Spicer. But Jack Spicer's definitely better than this guy, all things considered. Guy actually has an evil lab and is actually, like, pretty is successful ish in terms of the show. He's sometimes a threat. But yeah, he kind of brought the Jack Spicer energy into the show. For me. Alright, Scarlet, I can't believe she put up with Max for as long as she did. I also like her more than Beth. I also like her more than Beth, I have to admit. You didn't. You could have kept her the way she was, though. She didn't need to turn into I am the true evil. Although I can see stringing along Max as a strategy, regardless. So you know, ability wise, she's not bad. The fact that she actually hid her evil for most of the show as well, and she went under the radar. I mean, she had a good plan. She made it to the final six, technically, because she was eliminated before Max. Chris just kicked her and Max out at the same time because he was annoyed with them. And stuffed his face full of marshmallows and made him look like the meme where the spy has a bunch of cigarettes in his mouth. That just got me, man. Yeah, Scarlet definitely not a top tier character, but I enjoyed her a fair bit. Dave, I've already kind of went into this with Sky, but you suck. I don't I don't think I hate you as much as some people do, but you do suck. So F tier regardless. Silver's all right. He joined the show just to steal Chris's job. I don't know how he was planning to do that though. He didn't entertain me that much though, so I mean, well, I don't dislike you, so bottom is C. You were all right. I really don't have a problem with you at all. Ella, she's just Snow White. She's just a total drama parody of a Disney princess. I used to be such a Disney nut as a child. If I had seen Pacateo Island as a child, I would have been rooting for Ella so much. You got this, girl. You got this, girlfriend. All that kind of thing. And I would have been so sad when she was voted out. Like, ah, Ella, why? And she even said she watched World Tour and loved it. Ella's so. Ella was one of the better characters. She called Max a gnome in her ending song. That also made me just. Well, I would say bust a gut, but it got a good chuckle out of me. Yeah, yeah, I'm okay with saying I like you more than Trent. Yeah. Huh. I guess I like the Bacateo cast more than I thought. Now, Sammy. I felt I felt so bad for you. You were one of the people I wanted to win. I thought to myself, look, if Sean or Jasmine doesn't win, I want it to be you. Although she did not offer much entertainment value either. Uh, it was kind of diabolical to make her twin sister eat the apple that made her throat get clogged with itchiness. But I also feel like it was incredibly deserved and I respected it. You know? I'll put you below Cody. Yep, Sammy's great. I actually like Sammy. Rodney, I got kind of bored with you pretty quick. Now, again, I didn't hate you, but I got pretty bored with you, and yeah, I will put you below Courtney. You were just not entertaining at all. I don't hate you. And your elimination was so awkward. Like, dude, he thought he thought he was the guy, and what is it? He thought he was him, but he wasn't. Something like that. Amy, you're my least favorite character in all of Total Drama. I That is not how you should treat your sibling. Look, I'm an only child, okay? I mean, I have seen siblings fight. In fact, I kind of had to be, or I felt like I was in between two siblings once. I was friends with both of them because I thought they were both great, but I hated how they would fight with each other when I was around. It was like incredibly, incredibly stupid. Now, this was years ago. I was a child, but Amy just brings back memories of those times and how I felt it was incredibly awkward in a way. I also was friends with two twins. I mean, that was the oh god, I've been the object of like fighting for siblings twice in my life, which is weird because I would have two nickels, but it is very strange that it happened twice. Thank you, Doctor Dupenschmerz. Even though I've never seen Phineas and Ferb in my entire life, really, I just know that joke. Yeah, but yeah, Amy, you're my least favorite character. You reminded me of a few bad times in my life. Okay? Screw you and everything you stand for. Leonard, I did not enjoy this guy at all. But you were funnier than Amy. I will give you that. And I like Beardo more than everyone else in F's, but he was barely there. He didn't really have much to do. They created him just to be a boot, just to be the first boot. The guy, I would have booted Leonard first and then Beardo if I were writing Pacateu Island. And I had to work with the cast I was given. I'd be like, okay, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I also would have booted out Sugar pretty soon into the show too, but I just run out whatever jokes I could with her immediately and then kick her out because Sugar did not need to be there as long as she did. Actually, you know what? Beardo over Sugar. I said it. Beardo over Sugar. Nah, he had like no screen time. I think that's an alright spot. But we'll jump into the Pacateo cast now. Pacateo cast. We already did the Pacateo cast. The Redonkulous Race people. I'm probably going to put a bunch of them together. Brody was basically just, Jeff's friend. But he also won the season with Jeff because they were competing together as part of a team. Oh, no, 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 no. Bottom of B. He was kind of another version of Jeff, but I didn't mind that. And okay, Jeff got way more screen time. Yes. But Brody was a really good partner since Bridget couldn't be there, and I loved seeing Jeff by himself again. He finally got that screen time I thought he deserved. Who else? Okay, Sanders and MacArthur. They were both great. Although MacArthur was way funnier than Sanders. Honestly, I'm gonna put both of them in A. They really made Redonkulous Race fun, especially MacArthur. She said the darndest things, you know. Oh, hell, I guess I'd put them above Lashana and Jasmine as well. So yeah, there we go. Perfect. Although okay, Jacques and Jose, I liked Jacques a lot more than Jose. Eh, Jacques was fun. I actually didn't mind him that much. He was cool. Yeah, he was a villain, but he wasn't like the most evil villain. He was just like I'm like he doesn't mind cheating to win, but he's not going to be too personal with you. Jose was freaking insufferable most of the show to me. I was actually annoyed with her, but I do like Jose more than Courtney because she was yeah Jose over Courtney. I said it. I feel like I'm gonna enrage a few Courtney fans, but Courtney is just not my favorite character like at all. I could even drop her in C tier, but she did annoy me more than I thought she had good moments. Emma and Kitty, I'm not too particularly strong about the sisters, or I don't feel particularly strongly about them, but I also do like them, so we'll put them in B. Actually, I'm gonna put them above Brody. And I liked Emma a teeny tiny bit more than Kitty. I wasn't into the click 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 selfie things that Kitty did, but at least Emma had her head in the game for the most part. And yeah, I gotta bring Noah into this. Yeah, Emma, Kitty, Noah, and Owen were all just like a good team together, in my opinion. They made like the middle of Redonkulous Race pretty cool. And Redonkulous Race was a pretty good show in general. Pretty much almost as good as Island, I thought. As much as you ruined the later half of some parts. But I also feel like I can't really demote you any further, so logically. Oof. The on and off again, Carrie and Devin. His girlfriend cheated with him out of the show. I did feel some pity for him. And it just took forever for these two to get together. I was not that entertained by them. Uh, but I guess Devin was a bit more entertaining than Carrie to me, so we'll put him up a little bit higher. And I am okay with that position for them. Ennui and Crimson, love these two. They're probably my favorite team overall. And I will put you both in A right next to each other. Although I like Crimson slightly more than Ennui. And the fact that they made a little goth pet bunny was actually creepy and cute at the same time. Really is no other way to describe it. Even when these two were eating the hottest peppers in the world, they would not emote. I mean, I'm still sure it hurt them, but they practiced being non emotional so much. Just I, I cannot overstate it. I just love these two. And the daters who are also the haters, Ryan and Stephanie. Ryan, I liked. Guy was just trying to compete in the show and win some money with his girlfriend, and he did not deserve a bunch of the crap that Stephanie put him through. Although I would not say he's A tier. That felt too high. Let's see. I guess I'd rate him above Dakota though. Stephanie, I'm actually gonna put lower because she did annoy me. but she was still entertaining. But I did not find her whole thing as obnoxious as Jose's hate-filled attacks on Jacques and everyone else, and I still enjoyed her more than Zeke's whole barrel thing. Yeah, I said I would put most of the Redonkulous race team people next to each other, but I like Ryan so much more than Stephanie. Screw you, Stephanie, you suck. Dwayne, okay, Dwayne and Junior were pretty good too. Dwayne's just a dad trying to enjoy something with his son, you know? You can't hate that. And I feel like I have to rate them as a team. Which, okay, I don't believe they were as funny as Brick or Tyler. And I understand Junior having a crush on Carrie, but I didn't really care about it. So I'm just teaming them up as a unit because they they are a unit. They are a father son unit, and that is where they will stay. Rock and Spud, probably my second. They're probably my second favorite team. The second favorite team in Redonkulous race, I believe. Yeah, Rock and Spud. Rock was trying to get Spud to really try and really do better, but I don't know, man. I just love seeing these two. They were sick, and I did expect them to do well in the rock and roll portion of the show. They did well. And they got into a double elimination with the Step Brothers. I did not see that coming. What's blowing on me? That's weird. I'm like feeling wind. Is my door not shut all the way? I'm confused. Yeah, the Rockers love them. Can't see me? I'm doing the rock and roll sign in tribute to these guys. Here's some of my favorite teams. And the Step. Actually, speaking of the Step Brothers, I actually like them. Not at first. I did find their brotherly fighting the. I found their brotherly rivalry to be quite annoying at first. Like, stop trying to murder each other, you two. I understand that your parents got married. You didn't want to. You two did not want to get along with each other. They did help each other through the challenges most of the time and lasted like halfway through the show. And again, I gotta rate Chet and Lorenzo together. Really weren't that different, I don't think. But I eventually grew to like them. But by the time I liked them, they were kicked off, and that was disheartening. Like, these two are getting along. I don't. When I see siblings fighting, I am not for it at all. But seeing them finally get along and like do things together, that is what I love to see. It's not that I never expect them to not have conflicts. That is unrealistic. I agree. But dude, siblings should not be fighting 24/7 like those two were. But then they finally got along, and I'm like, yes, thank you. But as soon as that happened, they were kicked off, and I got sad. Okay, yeah, Jay and Mickey, I was pretty neutral on. I gotta put them about. Yeah, I guess I'll put them above Topher. The Adversity Twins, Jay and Mickey, I did not really have much of an opinion on. I know their whole thing is that they, joined the show to do better. To conquer a challenge together and like conquer a bunch of their fears together, and that's great and all. I was kind of rooting for them, a little bit, but not a lot. They were cool. I didn't really have a problem with them. Not that I can remember, anyway. I don't have much to say. Screw you. I hate you. And you're not even relevant to your story like Heather. Okay? Like, like F you. Like, F everything about you. The only reason I hate Amy more than you is that she hates her twin sister. You don't have that. You don't have that add-on. You don't have that additional baggage. That's the only reason you're above Amy. Kelly though, okay, I'm not sure where to put you, but the fact that you like were not putting up much of a fight against your daughter until the end of your, I guess, tenure in the competition, like it felt like a bit too little, too late to me. But I also like you more than Rodney. I guess I cannot justify putting you above Courtney. There is no way I could justify that. Yeah, I do like Courtney more than you, like just completely genuinely as well. Come to think of it, yeah. I don't think you're quite E tier though. Beardo, even though I don't really hate him, just did not have the time to shine. I didn't feel like I could logically put him any higher in my head. Anyway, you, ugh, a bit too little, too late. You and Dwayne kind of had a little friendship going on, I guess. That was a little cute, but again, I didn't really care. Tom and Jen did. I'm also pretty neutral to them too. Considering your lack of relevance to the plot, we'll just put you at the bottom of C because I don't hate you guys. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit biased here with you two, Lori and Miles. Okay, Miles, we'll start with you. I don't really find you that obnoxious. I'm okay with putting you down here. Actually, maybe top of D. Not a fan of veganism. You, I do not like. I find. Oh, I like sugar more than you. Granted, it's not much of a difference, but no. Just no, okay? Just no. No, 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 no. To everything about you two. Just no. I mean, you're not really that bad. I find the fact that Lori just went absolutely insane on Dawn for no reason is just like, no, you did not have a reason to freak out that much. You failed. I'm sorry you had to eat meat and go against your vegan ways, but I'm actually sorry about that. I can understand going against something that you believe in a little bit, but no. Get out of here. Elodie and Mary, I don't really have much of an opinion on you guys either. Got held back entirely by the Sandcastle challenge, which you did not deserve, really, in my opinion. Although, because you remind me so much of Amy from The Big Bang Theory, and I do like Amy a little bit. No, okay, I can't justify that, or that, or even that. Very bottom of C. You sound exactly like Courtney, but you also don't have any plot significance. I don't know. I'm putting Rip Off Courtney above Courtney because she didn't have plot relevance at all, and she wasn't mean and whiny. Okay, yeah, we are doing that. Jerry and Pete. From their brief time on the show, I did like them. They got lost on a bunch of cheese wheels, but hey, at least you're on a cheese wheel with your buddy. Definitely more entertaining than Beth and Scarlett. Uh, you know, I'll put these two above Sierra. I know Sierra has a lot more relevance to the plot. I know she carried Cody through like pretty much all of World Tour, and Cody fans would love that a lot. But I like you guys more than Sierra. I think you're just a lot more fun. And I always thought Pete was Chris's dad. Yeah, this one's Pete. I'm very sure this one's Pete and this one's Jerry. I always thought Pete was Chris's dad. Tammy, you're not really any different from Leonard, but because Leonard was actually in a season and you weren't, we're just putting Leonard above you. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that way. You did not annoy me as much as Dave did, so, that's fine. I completely agree with my F tier. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you. Okay, am I done? Am I done cursing the name? Yes, I am. I mean, I'm not even going to say F you to these two. I don't think they deserve it. These two are just stupid. And I didn't enjoy them, like, at all. You would assume I had at least some enjoyment here, but. Eh, yeah, I really. I don't know, Beardo was okay. I guess we'll put him above Katie and Sadie. And we'll leave him there. And finally, the new Gen cast. I finally watched these two shows over the last 2 days. The two seasons with this cast. I finally watched them. Um, I didn't really give them time to sit yet, but I guess I will attempt to talk about them anyway. Priya, your parents is. I'm actually with Millie on this one. They raised you your entire life to win $1 million off of a reality show. That does not sit well with me. But I couldn't. But honestly, when you did win, I was a little happy for you. I also didn't like you that much. Yeah, I don't know about the general feelings of the reboot cast to everyone, but I know they're not hated. I'll put you below Justin. You're all right. Yeah, Priya's okay. I really don't have an issue with her. Bowie was uh probably my second favorite character in the show. I loved this guy. Bowie is awesome, man. I don't just above Jeff, just a teeny tiniest bit below Harold. Bowie is so cool, and yeah, about 8 out of top 10 in my top. Wait, Noah's in my top 10. I'm not sure I would have said that. No, whatever. Bowie was so cool. I loved him throughout the whole show. Throughout both of those seasons, Bowie is such a riot. I love him. Yeah, I know we did a few evil things, but kind of like with Alejandro, I can kind of ignore that. Bowie's my second favorite, like, villainous character, I guess. Sure. I'm okay with saying that. Millie, I didn't really care for, but I also don't hate. All right. Oh, whoops. And because she had actual plot relevance and was involved in drama that was kind of waiting to brew until the end. Okay, I do like Sierra more than you. Kind of weird to put Jerry and Pete above Millie, but I guess that's where. I guess that's what I'm saying. Jerry and Pete over Millie. Although I did rate them as a unit, so whatever. Uh, am I gonna get like staked into the cross for this? Because my God, I did not give Julia enough time to like cook in my head as for my thoughts about her. But I know that Julia was not one of my favorites. Definitely above Beth though. Definitely above Millie. Where did she stop though? Oh, definitely above Sammy. Yeah, I'm comfortable saying above Trent as well. maybe very bottom of B. That feels right. Yeah. Made it really far in both seasons. Was able to like hide her true personality behind her yoga influencer self. And she is one of the few hair buns that I really am not annoyed with. Like, why do you have your hair in a big ball behind you? I've never like gelled with that hairstyle. But besides that, yeah, yeah, Julia's cool. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Put her above Brody. Yeah, that feels right. Yes, Brody is just not as popular Jeff to me. So okay, yep, Julia. Yeah, Julia and B. Yeah, she's great. I don't know if I quite put Bowie in S. That doesn't feel exactly right, but yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, there are two characters named Emma. Yeah, why is that? Emma being like so wishy washy with Chase. I was not into that plot line. Period. Like, dude, just don't date Chase. Pay him no mind. I was with Bowie on that one. Pay Chase no mind. Beth above Emma. I said it. And Chase, I did not enjoy you whatsoever. Um, I will put you above the vegan though. You were more entertaining than Lori, for sure. Okay, Z is definitely A tier. I love Z quite a bit. I mean, just this hippie dude, and I cannot help but love the hippie characters, but I don't know if I would rank him above Noah or not. Uh, okay, just the tiniest bit below Noah, and I love that he has an artificial leg for some reason. Z was so great. He made it far in both the seasons. Got caught in just the teeniest little bit of drama, but I did like him. Z was great. I love this guy. He was so good. Yeah, actual A tier. He's not quite as. He just doesn't hit that yes factor for me. But he's great. Okay. Just the fact that he really doesn't care about that much. Z is good. I actually really like Z. Let's see. What do I say about you? You're not as annoying in the second season. That's for sure. First season, I did find you a little annoying. Probably more annoying than you should have been. I didn't mind the fart thing. I didn't care about all your gas because Owen already did all of that. You were just a meaner version of Owen to me, like a much meaner Owen. Oh no. Uh, God, you are hard to rate, Ripper. Ripper over Cody. You're such a weird, like, like. Overall, I don't dislike you, but I don't really like you either. He's such a weirdo to me. He's like, just, he's like an anomaly. I don't know where to put you. And yet, I would put you above Cody because I think I like you just enough to put you above Cody, but that's it. Oh, the Hockey Bros, Wader and Raji. I love these two so much. Probably because I associate them with Shorzy, Riley, and Jonesy from Letterkenny, but I love them. These guys are sick. And Wayne 1, season 2. You know, I'm gonna put both of them in S tier, and I am going to put them above Sean. The Although I do like Wayne just a tiniest bit more than Raj, just the smallest bit more. The fact that Wayne made it all the way. Wade is my boy. These Wade and Raj are my boys. I love these two so much. Hockey is one of my favorite sports. It's like one of the few sports I do like. It's weird because I've never played it, and yet I love watching it. Just watching the puck go everywhere. The only thing I wish they would do in hockey is hit each other with their sticks. But when I heard that those things have blades at the ends of them and you could actually cut someone's face open, oh, dude, no, keep those things on the ice. Like I want to see people check each other with the sticks, but I don't want to see someone's leg get sliced open with the blade that they have on the end of them. That is not cool. These two shot up in my favorites so quick. They are my favorite characters in the total drama island reboot. I loved seeing them interact, especially when they were like bopping Julia in between the two of them. And they discuss strategy just like I love these two. Although I would put them in the exact same spot, but I can't like blend their pictures together. I don't think. I can't put them above my golden trio up here. I'm a little bit nostalgic like that. Oh, okay. MK, I don't think I liked you as much as Julia at all. But you were cool. Your resourcefulness, man. I loved how resourceful MK was throughout the second season. Yeah. Wait. Well, fitting that they were a duo in season two, I guess. So we'll just put them right next to each other. I feel like I'm demoting Brody constantly for no reason. I'm sorry, man. I, I feel like I gotta say sorry to Brody for some of these because he's cool and all. He is. But MK and Julia were like the perfect villainous duo, and I really did like them. And okay, I don't know if it's just me. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like between season one and season two of the reboot, I swear MK got a lot less yellow tinted in her skin. I could not ignore that. I don't know why they did that. I actually I actually liked seeing MK get beat up by a bear and like getting chased by a bear. That was the best interaction with a bear throughout the entire show to me. MK never change. You're great. I actually love your cell phone hacking plan. I love that you like went undercover as an intern and like had a fake mustache that I don't know if you actually fooled Chris, but I loved the plan. Even if Wayne and Roger like so incredibly against it, but I cannot deny your level of resourcefulness, even if it is cheating. I'm with you. You know, they were good. I will not deny that. I think I like Julia more though. Oh, Damien, I love you, bro. Actually trying and you got really far in the second season. And I'm gonna put you above Jeff and Noah. You were incredible. He's like, okay, yeah, you were freaked out. You're a little worried about your well being, which okay, yeah, sure. I believe anyone here would be logically, but but you were great, and you have the God of War symbol on the back of your hat. At least that's what it looked like to me. You were Damien. You are awesome. I cannot say more. Like middle of A tier, awesome. I would even put you above Jeff. Yeah, I guess Noah is not in my top 10. That's why that didn't feel right. I wasn't quite done yet. Let's see. Scary Girl, aka Lauren. Okay, I swear she was being played up like a lot. And I feel like you could have also been better. No, I did like you more than him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh, um, gosh. Okay, let me think about this for a little bit. I'm trying to find the gatekeeper. Yeah, sure. Scary Girl versus Eva. Scary Girl versus Trent. Scary Girl versus Ella. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure, we'll put you there. You were trying to be a bit more normal, but I would rather you just be you. So, yeah, season one Scary Girl over season two Scary Girl. But you know what? Lauren, I'll take it. A little bit too zany. A little bit too going into the depths of Harley Quinn for my taste, I guess. Even though I do like Harley. All you were was Harley Quinn, but goth to me. But I also don't hate that. So, yeah, that feels right. I do like Ella. So, yeah, we'll just say that. Nichelle, I liked you in season two. I wish you weren't tricked off by Julia the way you were. It was such an improvement. Yeah, put you above the Dakota Zoid. Because again, I'm rating everyone as like all of their portrayals combined. That yeah, that feels right. Nichelle above Dakota Zoid. Nichelle Adana. I would have loved to see one of her movies just to get a quick look into how she actually portrayed herself. Yeah, the fact that you were such a weakling in season one, but then came back in season two and you were actually good over the course of like a few months, that's like Frieza level training arc there. Even though you did not improve in the same way as Frieza, I just compared Nichelle Lavanda to Frieza from Dragon Ball Super. That Frieza's whole training arc felt like that. Wow, okay. We're doing that. Axel, not quite sure where to drop you here. I mean, I do like you ordered Ripper though. Your whole romance with Ripper was incredibly weird to me, but I didn't hate it either. Just it was like it's okay. I don't think it detracted from much. It was okay. Again, we got to do the Jeff and Bridget makeout comparison because you guys are like all in each other's faces. Like I'm like, guys, stop it for a second. Oh, I did like you more than Eva. Mm, let's see. Okay, I did like you more than Nichelle, I have to admit. At least when I saw more of you. Season one, I thought you were kicked off a bit too soon. Um, I don't think I could put you any higher than Joe, though. You like Sean and Joe combined into one character, which I did not mind. I mean, I know people have made the Sean comparison, especially in her, like her introduction clip. She destroyed a cardboard cutout of Sean. I was like, "Oh, dude, don't do that to my boy." But they're sick. Don't do that to Sean. But yeah, she's cool. Really don't have an issue with her. Oh yeah, Caleb. Um I don't know what to. I honestly don't know what to say about you. You're like tied between Julia and Priya for so long. You were actually in the Priya, which, okay, whatever, I don't care. I tend not to think about. I tend not to care about who gets shipped with who too much, as long as I could like conceivably believe it in some form. Like like even if it's a crack ship, if I can like conceivably somehow see it working, even in some like really funny level, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I can kind of see that. That's a little funny, sure. Caleb, where the hell would I put you? I would put you, yeah, above Ryan. I don't know if I'd say B. Like he doesn't feel like a B tier character, but I thought you did get booted off. Getting booted off immediately in season one just did not feel right. Like I'm like, wait, we're kicking out the pretty boy already. But he's not just a pretty boy. He is a buff pretty boy with a brain somewhere in there, like a jack of all trades kind of guy who's like pretty buff, pretty strong. Wait, where did I drop Priya? Oh, I actually forgot where I dropped Priya. I like completely lost her. I did like him more than Priya. Um, yeah, that I do like the stepbrothers more than Caleb. That also makes sense. Okay, I was making this up as I went along, to be quite frank. I mean, I like generally knew who I liked more than who, and like I knew where like felt right to put somebody. I just wasn't sure where everybody would end up in the end. But oh yeah, Caleb. Caleb feels right there. The guy is honestly, I thought Bowie would be like gushing for him and gunning for him in the intros. I did not think he would get Caleb kicked off that soon, but he was right about Caleb being a real threat. He actually was. I just can't believe he actually got enough people on his side to do it. That was the part that got me. Bowie the goat. I actually don't have a problem saying that. Bowie's one of the goats of total drama. Easily one of the goats. But Caleb's cool. He's a big freaking guy like DJ, and this might just be recency bias, I guess, but guy's fine. He's cool. He had a sound plan until he got wrapped up in both Julia and Priya's alliance deals, and the fact that he made it out of there, like, pretty intact for the most part. He kind he kind of had to turn on both of them at the same time. I honestly think I would have reacted the exact same way if I were Caleb. I would have tried to take both Julia and Priya out. Like, okay, I'm getting tired of getting caught between a rock and a hard place here. I like one of you more, but I made an actual deal that I intend to keep with the other one. Okay, here's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to take you both out, but I won't vote for any of you come elimination. So that way, I'm honoring the deal. That makes so much sense. That was probably the best way for him to go. Whenever I try to think of how things are written, I try to think, okay, if I were X character, what would I have done? And if I feel like I would have went the decision of the writers, then okay, cool, that's how we would do it. Otherwise, I would say, okay, here's how I think this makes way more sense. Even if it would change the course of the story or whatever. He actually made me think a lot about that right as I watched the like tail end of season two of this show. Is there going to be a season three with like the last cast again? Because I would love to see more of these two just going nuts. Anyway, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I totally understand Caleb. I'm not sure I would put him any higher than this, but yeah, that feels good. Caleb right above Ryan, and yeah, right below the Step Brothers. This feels right. Okay, yeah, this entire tier list feels right. Even B being all the way up here. Although when I first tried a tier list, B was like somewhere around here. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the more I remember certain things, or the more I idealize something, the more it sticks out in my brain. Screw you two, especially. I hold on. I would normally never do this, but I feel like I need to do this. Okay, close that. Let's see what. Oh, they don't have a brown. We'll make it uh, this color. What? Oop! Fucking mouse sliding into my lap. Yep, that'll be the pits of hell tier, and that's where you two will specifically belong. You no, no. I've never felt so like I hate you so much with these two. If I had done this tier list younger, when I was younger, I would have thrown Heather down there because I hated her that much. The more realistic side of me is like constantly clashing with that, and I'm like, okay, I have to put Heather somewhere in the middle to like kind of justify it in my head. I it's weird. Heather is like such an anomaly, like Ripper is to me, but I don't want to make another tier for anomalous characters because there are characters I like more, and there are characters I that I like less. So if I can come up with some way to put them into a spot on the list, that's where they will go. Ripper and Heather. Yeah, this feels right. This feels right. Okay. You two especially suck. Dude, when I did the Ben 10 alien tier list, I like gave like the three what I thought were the three strongest aliens like a god tier slot, like objectively, no matter how I feel about them personally, I can't ignore how strong they are, but this yeah, I usually use like gray or black for like an extraneous tier that I felt was like my usual above my usual spectrum. I never made one for below my usual spectrum for how I feel about people. Like I strongly dislike these guys. I only kind of dislike these guys. Actually, no, we'll drop Chase down just one rung. You suck, buddy. Not as much as these guys, but you do suck. Your obliviousness and the fact that you could have gotten Emma murdered if this wasn't an animated show, and the fact that you do not see that. Okay, you would be sent to hell, and yet I don't hate you enough to throw you into hell for some reason. The fact that you could have gotten your girlfriend murdered and you don't see that, you do suck. A lot. I'll take crazy vegan over crazy YouTuber, the crazy evil influencer YouTuber hipster, I guess. I would take Honey Boo Boo over you. I would take over you. I would take over you. I mean, I would take you above these guys because I am genuinely annoyed by them. And yet I don't feel like you're annoying enough to be F tier. But you two are pits of hell for sure. Never return ever. And I do want to see Sammy by herself. Screw you. Screw everything about you. Not like bow chicka wow wow. Screw you, but Screw you in particular. Ah, well, that was a little bit therapeutic for me. I'm happy to get that out of my system. All right, but just one real quick look over when it comes to the tier list. These three are the best characters that they've ever done to me, except in All Stars. But I don't hold it too much against him since it was just like his final instance at the end of All Stars, and the rest of that adding up to it is still fine. You made a show watchable that I thought genuinely was not good. So thank you for that. I don't even know what to say about you guys. You just remind me of another show, and I love that you were able to like find your way into a show. The fact that you so quickly shot above like DJ and Alejandro to me is so great. Bowie and Damien are just cool, man. I don't know what else to say there. I guess Jeff is in my top 10. Let's see. If I'm rating these guys as number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay, you're number 11. You're number 11. That's still good. I don't remember Noah being an A, though. And yet it feels right. I, I guess it's like kind of nebulous. I don't know. Maybe if you were to ask me to like redo this again, or if I watch the shows over again to really see how I felt about everybody, then yeah, I guess they would be rearranged at least slightly. But you know what? Yeah, we'll call this tier list good. All right. All right, one more quick run through. S tier: Duncan, Owen, Lindsay, Wayne slash Raj together, and Sean. A tier: DJ, Alejandro, Harold, Bowie, Damien, Jeff, Noah, Z. Crimson and Ennui is one spot. B, Sam, Sanders, and yeah, Sanders and MacArthur, even yeah, MacArthur, Sanders, whatever. Although, but yeah, I would rate them as a unit. Jasmine, Lashana, B tier: Izzy, Gwen, Spud and Rock, Brick, Tyler, Dwayne and Junior, Max, Zoe, Mike, and all of his alters. Bridget, Joe, Axel, Chet and Lorenzo, Caleb, Ryan, specifically Ryan, Nichelle, Dakota slash Dakota Zoid, Cameron, Dawn, Jacques, Emma from Redonkulous Race, Kitty, Julia, MK, and Brody. C tier: Sky, Heather, Lightning, Ella, Lauren, or Scary Girl, whatever you want to call her, Trent, Eva, and Maria, Ripper, very strangely, Cody, Sammy, Justin, Priya, Blanley, Jerry and Pete together, Sierra, Millie, Scarlett, Beth, Emma, Jay and Mickey as a unit, Topher, Devin and Carrie, well, Devin just slightly over Carrie, Jen and Tom as a unit, and Mary and Elodie as a unit, Miles, pretty sure that's Miles, Scott, Stephanie, Ezekiel, including his feral self, Jose, Courtney. I'm sorry. I apologize greatly to everybody who's a Courtney fan. I just can't. Kelly, Rodney, Beardo, Katie, Sadie. Katie just slightly over Sadie. Sugar. I mean, as a unit, but Katie slightly. Sugar, Miles, Chase into E tier. F tier: Stacy, Dave, Leonard, and Tammy. Leonard just a little bit over because he had the slightest bit more screen time than Tammy. Pits of Hell, these two should just be thrown into hell immediately if it were up to me. Anywho, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. This is Sora Donald Goofy 99. And I will be back slightly later today for. I want to go for Pokemon Yellow again, I think. And I'll see you then. Peace out.